Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Ever feel like you're trapped with no way out? Every decision could be life or death. Yeah, well, that's The Crash. It's a psychological thriller. Keeps you guessing until the very end. We're diving deep today into Frida McFadden's twisted world. Buckle up. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future deep dives. You can find a link to the book in the description.
So, imagine this. You're single, pregnant, struggling, and suddenly, your life takes a terrifying turn.
That's Tegan, the main character in The Crash.
Oh, McFadden. She really knows how to set the stage. Right from the beginning, you connect with Tegan right away. So vulnerable, but also so determined to build a better future for herself and her baby. But then, just when things are looking up, bam, a dark secret. About the baby's father, Simon, changes everything.
It's like a classic thriller setup, right?
Yeah.
Ordinary person thrown into a dangerous situation. And what really struck me was how McFadden uses those everyday anxieties, money worries, relationships, to make it all feel so real. It's like she's saying this could happen to anyone.
Exactly. That's what makes it so scary. She doesn't need crazy scenarios or over-the-top villains. It's grounded in real fears. Speaking of relatable, let's talk about Jackson, Tegan's lawyer. He's someone she trusts, but his reaction to her accusations against Simon, well, it's not what you'd expect.
Yeah, it's like she's playing with our expectations. We expect the lawyer to be the voice of reason, the protector. But Jackson's doubt makes you wonder, is he skeptical, hiding something?
Yeah.
Keeps you guessing.
Definitely keeps you guessing. And that's one of McFadden's strengths, I think. She plants those seeds of doubt, little hints that something's off, without giving too much away. And then the crash, the blizzard, a terrifying car accident, and Tegan's injured, stranded in the freezing cold. McFadden doesn't hold back on the trauma of that experience.
No, she doesn't. You really feel Tegan's fear, her desperation, the details about her ankle, the cold, the way she uses her scarf to try and stay warm. It's all so real, like you're right there with her.
It's almost cinematic. And then, just when you think it can't get any worse, out of the snow come Polly and Hank, seemingly kind, offering shelter and warmth, the Good Samaritans. But with McFadden, things are never that simple.
Right. You feel this relief when Polly and Hank show up. Like, okay, maybe she'll be okay. But then, the red flags. The basement room, Hank's demeanor, Polly's evasive answers makes you wonder if she's just stumbled from one danger into another.
Oh, absolutely. And that shift in the power dynamic is so subtle, so well done.
It really is.
At first, Tegan's so grateful, almost dependent on Polly and Hank, but then, as we learn more, the missing pepper spray, the locked door, Polly watching her every move, you see Tegan's trust disappear, and that feeling of safety goes with it. It's like the walls are closing in. And you feel that claustrophobia, too.
Yeah, you really do.
You really do. It's like she's trapped and you're trapped with her.
Yeah, you're right there in that basement room with her.
McFadden's really good at that.
Yeah.
Making you feel what the characters feel. But speaking of cracks, let's talk about Polly.
Okay, yes, Polly. So part 2 of the book, it takes us back in time to the day before the accident, and we see things from Polly's perspective.
Right.
What a shift, right?
It is, and it's so smart. Because before this, we only saw her through Tegan's eyes, these little glimpses of her behavior, but we didn't know why. But then, McFadden shows us Polly's pain, her longing.
It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. You see her dealing with the grief of losing her mother, her desire for a child, and the resentment towards people who seem to have it all. It's so sad. Like that scene, when she finds out her friend is pregnant, you feel the weight of her pain.
Oh, yeah. It's a reminder that villains aren't just born that way. Things happen, traumas that shape them. McFadden shows us how that happened to Polly. It doesn't excuse her actions, of course, but it makes them understandable on a human level. And then there's Sadie, the little girl next door. Polly takes her in, cares for her. But Sadie becomes a symbol of everything Polly wants. Oh, absolutely. Sadie is the child Polly longs for, the family she craves. And you see this struggle in Polly, this back and forth, between her real affection for Sadie and her need to control. It's like she thinks if she's good to Sadie, then she deserves to have a child.
It's a dangerous way of thinking, like she's entitled to take what she wants,
Yeah.
even if it means hurting others. Her desire for a child, it's warped her sense of right and wrong.
Completely. And then there's the basement. It's more than just a setting. It's like a character.
Oh, yeah. A symbol of Polly's secrets.
Right. All the darkness she's hiding.
It's a place of confinement,
The-
control where she keeps Tegan.
Both physically and emotionally.
Right. But it also reflects Polly's inner world. The smell, the flickering lights, the hospital bed, a reminder of her mother. It creates this atmosphere
She's buried.
of decay, despair.
It really does.
Like Polly's trapped in her own personal hell
Oh.
and dragging Tegan down with her.
And it's scary how methodical Polly is. The way she plans everything. Drugging Tegan, manipulating Hank, planting evidence to make it seem like everything's normal.
Yeah, it's chilling.
It really is chilling. It shows how calculated she is. But there are these moments where we see her vulnerability, like when she cries. After Tegan throws the drink, you see the cracks in her facade.
Right. Like maybe there's still some good in her.
Right.
Or maybe it's all manipulation.
Maybe.
It's hard to tell.
It is. But it makes her more interesting as a character.
It does. More complex. And then Dennis arrives, Tegan's brother,
Yeah.
and throws a wrench in everything.
Oh, yeah. Dennis adds a whole new layer of tension.
He does.
He's the outside world. The threat of Polly being exposed.
All right.
And she gets so paranoid, so erratic, when he starts getting close to the truth.
Like that scene in the supermarket.
Oh, yeah.
When she runs into him,
Yeah.
she's so convincing as the concerned neighbor. But inside, she's panicking.
Living a double life.
Exactly.
The stakes are so high.
And then
Yeah.
the fire. Tegan setting the fire in the basement.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That scene. A desperate act.
Yeah.
Cry for help.
It almost kills her, though.
Oh.
It's a turning point, though. Up until then, she's just reacting. But the fire, she's fighting back.
Taking control.
Even if it means risking her life.
In Polly's reaction, she's angry, scared, losing control.
Yeah.
The fire is ruining everything she planned.
That image of Polly finding the missing needle,
Oh, yeah.
you know something bad is going to happen.
It's like a warning.
Yeah, a
Or a
warning.
ticking time bomb. You just know it's going to blow.
Yeah, and then it does, part 3. Things really start to unravel.
Mm.
Tegan's not just surviving anymore. She's fighting back.
Yeah. She's not letting Polly control her anymore.
Right. She's using her wits and anything she can find to escape.
That's what I love. Tegan's transformation. She
Yeah.
goes from terrified to resourceful and strong.
She's like a whole new person.
She is.
Yeah,
and
man.
she'll do whatever it takes to protect herself and her baby.
And when she finds that syringe
Yeah.
in the bathroom drawer, you know something's going to go down.
Oh, yeah. She's about to make a move.
But while Tegan's getting stronger, Polly's losing it.
Yeah, her paranoia. It's getting worse. Her actions are more and more erratic.
It's like their roles are reversing.
They are.
Tegan's taking control,
And Polly's spiraling.
like when she threatens to kill herself. If Hank calls 911,
Oh, gosh, that scene. It's terrifying.
it shows how far gone she is.
Obsessed.
And then there's Hank, stuck in the middle.
Yeah, poor Hank.
He loves Polly, but he knows what she's doing is wrong.
You see him struggling with it. His conscience.
And eventually he makes a choice.
The right choice.
He takes Tegan to the hospital.
A turning point for both of them.
It really is.
Hank finally stands up for what's right.
Even if it means betraying Polly.
It's a powerful moment.
And then there's Dennis. He's trying to save Tegan too.
Yeah, he's so worried about her.
He's coming from a good place.
But he's got the wrong information. His rescue attempt, it could have gone very wrong.
It could have. It's a good reminder.
Yeah.
The good intentions aren't always enough.
They're not.
And then the biggest twist of all, Polly shows up at the hospital. But not to hurt Tegan, to save her from Dennis.
I did not see that coming.
I know, right?
It makes you rethink everything.
About Polly.
Yeah, is she trying to redeem herself? Or is she just covering her tracks?
We don't know.
McFadden leaves it open-ended.
Which is brilliant.
It is. It makes you think.
And even though we don't know what happens to Polly, Tegan gets her happy ending.
She does. With her daughter, Tia.
It's a story about survival.
Resilience.
The power of love. Well, that was quite a ride. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into The Crash.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments
Yeah.
and tell us what your favorite moments were.
And subscribe.
For more deep dives into the books you love.
See you next time.
Thanks for listening.